Well, I mean, his daily just strain and way he plays the game, plays really, really hard. Impact he has on the line of scrimmage, the disruption that he creates, the way he led in the weight room. He got the summer program award for being the hardest worker, strongest player. So it's off the field, and then just the way he's grown as a leader. You know, he's similar to how Bradley was here. He's a high-spirited guy. He plays with an edge, you know, and sometimes that's a double-edged sword for guys, you know. He's learned how to use that the right way. So really proud of his growth, you know, on and off the field. And to wear that, you have to be dominant in many ways, and he was the right pick.
How are you kind of seeing Christopher and Trent bounce back from their assorted injuries from last year?
Chris Tootle?
Yeah.
Good. Chris Tootle's had a really good camp. He's been very consistent. You can see he trusts, you know, his body now. He's using his arms, using his shoulders. He's doing some good things in the run game that, you know, is progress for him. He's always been a ball catcher for us at that position, but he's really improved himself as a blocker. You know, Trent's been in and out of camp with some minor things. He's been great this week, so it's good to have him back in there, but hasn't been able to go through the entire thing like Chris Tootle has. So should have both of them going into the first game and just kind of build on it as we go.
Coach, where are you at as far as your line state 48 hours before
Yeah.
opening up the season? Those emotions that you're kind of like going through and
Yeah.
concerns
Yeah.
that you have?
Well, there's a lot of unknowns. You think you know what you have going into the first game, but, you know, under the lights, there's gamers. Sometimes guys emerge, and sometimes guys shrink, you know. And so I'm anxious to see the guys on game day. I'm excited to see them play. They've worked hard. It's a really close-knit team. And so, you know, for me, it's more anxious, just kind of want to see it, you know. Want to get out there with them on the grass, and once we know kind of how they are and got to get the jitters out of some of the younger guys that are playing, know that it's going to get better, you know, as it goes.
Is there any correlation at all that it was 31-0 at halftime last year?
No.
This is a different UConn team.
Last year's games don't mean anything, you know. Last year's teams don't win this year's games, and so we know UConn's a better football team. We know they're a different football team. We're also a different football team, and so we got to go prove whatever the score is. You know, we got to earn that, and we know they're probably talking about it, right? They want to play better than they did, and I know they will. Watching their film, they were a much better football team as the year went on.
Is there any significant differences or challenges to opening up on the road as opposed to playing your first game here at home?
Well, there's always home field advantage. You know, they were 5-1 at home last year. You know, we've been a really good home team. So, you know, when you go to someone else's environment, you have to get used to it. You know, foreign locker room, stadium's different, sidelines maybe tighter, looser. As far as the space down there, you know, you're in a hotel instead of your own bed. So there's some different things about playing on the road. And, you know, once you start the game, it's the same, right? But it's all the things that lead up to it. Sometimes guys can lose focus. And so it'll be a good test, you know, to get on the road and see how mature we are.
I'm sure it's a lot easier than people realize, but how was the process to say watching Maine play football games from last year? What do you guys kind of go through to get that done? Or what services
Oh,
do
shoot.
you try to do?
I mean, we have everybody's games. I mean, everyone in college football, it doesn't matter what level. Each week we get everybody's film. We get every NFL game, too. So you don't have to struggle to find film like you used to, where you had to get it sent to you in the mail on a VHS, you know. It's all online. So, yeah, we've watched all that film and obviously had a chance to see him compete against a lot of people. And he's a good quarterback. You know, he knows their offense. He's got good size, poise in the pocket, and he's a guy that can move around. And he's not necessarily a guy that's going to run all day on you, but he runs well enough to hurt you, you know. And he and the offensive coordinator have a history together, so there's some similarity there, and certainly similar to what we have with Brennan and Robert, you know, where they're going to be able to work back on games they've coached and played in together and have some recall on their game planning.
You mentioned seeing UConn's growth as the year went on. What did you see that makes them more dangerous, and how do you think that will translate to what they have this year?
Well, they're a really good running football team. You know, they're a physical team on offense. It doesn't turn the ball over. They rush the ball well. They have really talented tailbacks. I think those two backs could play in our league for anybody. They're really good players. Defensively, they got better and better as the year went on, and they returned 10 of 11 starters. You can see they just got used to what Coach Morrill wants in a team. You know, they're a physical football team. It's just like any coach that takes over. It's hard at the beginning to get everybody on the same page. And over the course of the year, you can see that those kids started to believe, and they were sick of losing up there, and they started listening and doing the right things. And they've got a good team. They really do. You can see there's a reason they won 5 of their last 7 games, beat Boston College, beat Liberty. So it's a good football team. Yeah? All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you.